Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve here. Another Sunday. Some thoughts are on my mind. And again, these videos, and I appreciate all the encouragement and everything, and what these mean to you, and it means so much to me too. And getting ready to head out. I'm actually doing this on Thursday night, so I'm heading out tomorrow to fly back to the States to see my family for Christmas, and looking forward to it. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And I wanted to talk. I was thinking about Arlene, and I was thinking about seeing her soon. We've only been apart now for 2 weeks since she left, but I'm just drawn to Proverbs 31. It just reminds me of, and I'm going to need some prayer to get through this without tearing up. So I wanted to start in verse 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. And I just think about Arlene, and I think about how much she means to me. And I just reminded, if I'm a big Civil War buff, and grew up. I was my early 20s when the Ken Burns miniseries on the Civil War came out. And there's one scene in that just is, well, there's plenty that's powerful, but there's one that's just striking to me, and that was the Sullivan Ballou letter. And Sullivan Ballou was a lawyer from Rhode Island, and when, of course, the attack on Fort Sumter, he rallied like a lot of people did and joined the Union Army to defend the Union. And he wrote his wife a letter on July the 14th, 1861, from Washington, D.C., before he headed out for the Battle of Bull Run. And I was going to read it for you here, just a lot of this. I'm going to try to get through this, but no promises. His wife is Sarah, my very dear Sarah. The indications are very strong that we shall move in a few days, perhaps tomorrow. Lest I should not be able to write you again, I feel impelled to write lines that may fall under your eye when I shall be no more. Our movement may be one of a few days' duration and full of pleasure, and it may be one of severe conflict and death to me. Not my will, but thine, O God, be done. If it is necessary that I should fall on the battlefield for my country, I am ready. I have no misgivings about or lack of confidence in the cause in which I am engaged, and my courage does not halt or falter. I know how strongly American civilization now leans upon the triumph of the government, and how great a debt we owe to those who went before us through the blood and suffering of the Revolution. And I am willing, perfectly willing, to lay down all my joys in this life to help maintain this government and to pay that debt. But my dear wife, when I know that with my own joys I lay down nearly all of yours and replace them in this life with cares and sorrows, when after having eaten for long years the bitter fruit of orphanage myself, I must offer it as their only sustenance to my dear little children. Is it weak or dishonorable, while the banner of my perfect purpose floats calmly and proudly in the breeze, that my unbounded love for you, my darling wife and children, should struggle in fierce, though useless, contest with my love of country? Sarah, my love for you is deathless. It seems to bind me to you with mighty cables that nothing but omnipotence could break, and yet my love of country comes over me like a strong wind and bears me irresistibly on with all these chains to the battlefield. It's tough. The memories of the blissful moments I've spent with you come creeping over me, and I feel most gratified to God and to you that I have enjoyed them so long. And hard it is for me to give them up and burn to ashes the hopes of future years, when, God willing, we might still have lived and loved together and seen our sons grow up to be honorable manhood around us. I have, I know, but few and small claims upon divine providence, but something whispers to me. Perhaps it is the wafted prayer of my little Edgar, that I shall return to my loved ones unharmed. If I do not, my dear Sarah, never forget how much I love you. And when my last breath escapes me on the battlefield, it will whisper your name. Forgive my many faults and the many pains I've caused you. How thoughtless and foolish I have often been. How gladly would I wash out with my tears every little spot upon your happiness, and struggle with all the misfortunes of this world to shield you and my children from harm. But I cannot. I must watch you from the spirit land and hover near you, while you buffet the storms with your precious little freight, and wait with sad patience till we meet to part no more. But, oh, Sarah, if the dead could come back to this earth and flit unseen around those they loved, I shall always be near you. In the brightest day and in the darkest night, amidst your happiest scenes and gloomiest hours, always, always. And if there be a soft breeze upon your cheek, it shall be my breath, or the cool air fans your throbbing temple, it shall be my spirit passing by. Sarah, do not mourn me dead. Think I am gone and wait for me, for we shall meet again. As for our little boys, they will grow as I have done, and never know a father's love and care. Little Willie is too young to remember me long, and blue-eyed Edgar will keep my frolics with him among the dimmest memories of his childhood. Sarah, I have unlimited confidence in your maternal care and your development of their characters. Tell my two mothers, his and hers, I call God's blessings upon them. Oh, Sarah, I wait for you there. Come to me and lead thither to my children. It's always tough to get through. And of course, in the Ken Burns thing, they've got the music playing along with it. So, man, it gets me. But Sullivan was killed at the Battle of Bull Run, was wounded and died a week after the battle. And the letter was never mailed, but it was returned to her. And she never remarried and was buried near him, buried with him, and when she died in 1917. So, anyway, just this beautiful letter. I thought of this a lot when I was deployed or away from home. So, anyway, I wish you all the best. Happy Sunday, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.